In this video, I'm going to show you guys 10 steps on how you can improve your running technique. And at the end of the video, I'll show you guys what drills and exercises you can do to help you improve your running form. By the way, running form is something that you can always improve. Even the best runners will always have something to improve. And also a little disclaimer, I'm not a running coach, so I definitely still have long ways to go in my running form. And I also believe that perfect running form is different for everybody, but I feel that this video is a good place to start. Okay, the first step is not really often talked about in the running world, and it's to land your shin perpendicular to the ground. What we definitely don't want is to land too far forward, and that means the impact force is against the direction of your running. And landing with your shin perpendicular to the ground will also help you land with your midfoot instead of your heel. Because if your shin is perpendicular to the ground, it's a bit unnatural for you to lift your toes up when you land. And if you don't already know, landing with your heel is okay, just not overstriding. And overstriding means landing too far forward with your heel. Alright, number 2 is arm angle. So physics will tell you that when an object is closer to the pivot point, it's easier to move. So that's why we don't drop our arms when we run. It's pretty inefficient. So as a start, I suggest you guys practice swinging your arms 90 degrees and adjust the angle to see what works best for you. So what works best for me is a little bit under 90 degrees, where my hand is like rubbing against the bottom of my rib. Another point on arms, which I think most of you guys have heard it before, is to not swing across the center line of your body. Why? Because that means you're wasting energy moving sideways instead of forward. Number 3 is having a slight body rotation. This should be a natural thing and something you wouldn't actively think about while you're running. Because when we're running, we are rotating our hips, and the upper body rotation is just to counteract that movement to balance our body. So when we're running faster, our hips will rotate more, and that means our body needs to rotate more as well. And sometimes I feel like I'm running too squared and not rotating enough. Alright, number 4 is a very common flaw, and it may potentially lead to injury. For simplicity's sake, I'll just call it the knee roll in. This happens when during your landing, your knee tends to roll inwards into the center line of your body. So what you want to do is land with a straight leg and prevent your knee from rolling in as much as possible. And this is something I'm so trying to work on, because I know that my left knee doesn't roll in but my right knee does. And that's why I know I have a little bit of imbalance there. Alright, number 5 is to tuck your pelvis. It's the same feeling when you're doing a plank and engaging your core to keep your butt in. So tucking your pelvis in will help you get a higher knee lift, and that means a longer stride. Okay, number 6 is not to force a high butt kick. So the reason why we do butt kick drills is to engage our hamstrings, which helps our foot go from the back of the body to the front. We see that elite runners have a very high butt kick, and that's because their stride is longer, so naturally their leg will swing higher. So the most important thing is not to force the butt kick, that way you're wasting a lot of energy. Number 7 is having a forward lean. No, I don't mean running like Naruto, but a good forward lean will help you naturally move forward because you're constantly tipping your body center of gravity over your toes. You can do this drill by standing straight and slowly leaning forward until you feel like you're about to fall in front. And so that's the amount of forward lean where you want to run at. Another way of thinking about it is that running is just a controlled form of falling. Alright, number 8 is your hand position. So basically you want your hand to be as relaxed as possible and not clench your fists or have super straight hands like that. You can try resting your hands on the table and see what position it naturally goes into. That will be the natural position of your hand, and that's the position you want to run at. Okay, 9th tip is to not drop your hips. This happens when you see your shorts line rocking up and down when you run. It's natural for your hips to rock up and down a little bit, but too much, that means you're not activating your glutes enough. This is a short demo of not activating your glutes versus activating them. And having weak glutes may lead to shin, ankle or knee injuries. And you know you've activated them when your hips are pretty level when you run. Okay, lastly, number 10 is doing your running drills. I believe that running form is just like any habit. Once you do it enough times, it becomes natural to you. So these are some good drills to do to improve your running form. First one is carioca. This is for your hip movement. Second one is dead bugs, and this helps your core and pelvic tilt as well. Also, keep doing your high knees, butt kick, and the standard running drills, and that will help you emphasize the specific movement patterns that you use in running. And last point on how you can improve your running technique is to video yourself running. This can help you check whether your shin is landing perpendicular to the floor, and also record your front view and whether your knee is rolling in when you run. Running form changes don't happen naturally, especially if you keep running with bad habits. You gotta actively think about having good running form when you run, but only think of one thing at a time. So let's say you want to focus on your foot landing. So that means when you run, you actively think about landing on your midfoot and your shin perpendicular to floor in every step of your run until it becomes natural, and then you can start focusing on another aspect of your running form. So feel free to like and comment, that will help the YouTube algorithm. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!